one of the things that we've done, and maybe also is probably more of an industry trend going on, is we worked really hard to create a big SOA stack on top of our platform, because we think that we're pretty smart, right? We think we do some pretty good stuff, but we also know that we're not going to build all the great, cool things you can do with the data that we have, right? And so, maybe one of the things I wanted to ask you a little bit about is there a trend for more people to expose either their data or their functionality in a more open platform way, so that we can find other smart people who can leverage that and do a lot bigger or a lot more things for our customers, as well as our customers themselves.
Yeah, there's too many vendors within the healthcare field that have a zero-sum attitude with respect to data and platforms. So I would love to hear that there are a lot of us doing that. There really aren't. So there are the new leaders, such as yourselves, who are looking at this and saying that by attracting more people to the platform and to the data, it makes the platform and the data more valuable. Unfortunately, there are many vendors that believe that by opening up data, it means someone else is winning, which means they lose, which is crazy. In IT, there is no zero sum. Everybody wins when everyone has access to this data. So the good news, though, is that mobile almost requires this work. So when you go mobile, you have next generation application requirements, these service-oriented stacks. Just like healthcare is extremely service-oriented. We have departments for labs that don't do anything else other than labs. So these kind of services, for example, operational insights coming from your system that get connected up with 5 other systems is perfectly okay and is the actual right way of doing it, instead of every vendor saying, well, I'm going to do everything. You can't. No vendor can do everything. Microsoft can't do everything. There's certainly no EHR vendor that can do everything. But if we put platforms in together and truly think in the technology realm as service providers, in the same way that we think that a nurse does a nurse's job, and a physician does a physician's job, and a supply manager does a supply manager's job, systems are like that as well. Documenting and managing a health record for a patient is not the same thing as understanding what their operational flow is within a facility. So why are you trying to do both in one thing? Do the thing that you do really well, and let others do things really well, but tie them together. And that's the missing piece that we have, is we are horrible at systems integration within healthcare, and it takes newer companies to come in and show us that. But then you have folks like, for example, Hewlett-Packard, GE, and others who are good at that, and they're starting to be seen as good systems integrators, so they don't have to think they have to build everything, but they can really, really come in and integrate well. So it was exciting talking to the guys from HP yesterday, because they're helping you guys do a bunch of installations at places where they do the hard part of integrating, because it is really hard, and then you guys do the hard part of operational intelligence, which is hard, but you can't do it without both of them together.